Have you ever wondered why you worry so much or why you're so emotional? Has anyone ever told you that it's all in your head? Well, they're right. It's actually all in your brain. Based on the world's largest database of brain scans related to behavior, we now know that the way you think, act, and interact with others depends on the way your brain functions. Based on a research, there are 5 primary brain types that influence who you are, how you behave, and how you relate to others. Let's explore these brain types. Type 1, the balanced brain. It shows full, even, symmetrical blood flow in most areas. This is one of the most common brain types. If you have brain type 1, you're likely to be focused, flexible, and emotionally stable. You're one of those people who gets things done on time, show up on time, follows through on promises, and copes well with life's ups and downs. In general, you aren't much of a risk taker and you prefer to follow the rules. You tend to play well with others and have drama-free relationships. Type 2, the spontaneous brain. This type typically has lower activity in the front part of the brain in an area called the prefrontal cortex. Human with spontaneous brain loves to try new things, has a wide range of interests, and would rather do things on the spur of the moment than have a set schedule. They think outside the box, don't believe that rules apply to them, and are typically late for appointments. Spontaneous brains are also risk takers. Because spontaneous brains like excitement in their life, they may have a tendency to create drama in the relationships they have. Next on the list is type 3, the persistent brain. People with this brain type often have increased activity in the front part of the brain in an area called the anterior cingulate gyrus. People with persistent brains tend to be strong-willed, refuse to take no for an answer, and think it's either their way or the highway. They may have trouble letting go of past and tend to be argumentative. In relationships, persistent brains can be stubborn and tend to remember every fight they have with their partners. The last but one on the list is type 4, the sensitive brain. This type often has increased activity in the limbic system, the emotional centers of the brain. Having sensitive brain type means you tend to have great empathy for your friends, family, fellow humans, and even furry animals. You are deeply moved by music, movies, and other art forms. Violent films, hateful social media posts, and the nightly news may be too much for you to handle. Many people struggle with moods, can feel overwhelmed, and are likely to have lots of automatic negative thoughts, which are called the ANTs. People with sensitive brain type are so tuned in others that it's very easy for them to tell when their partner needs a hug or needs some space. They sometimes need alone time to recharge. The downside of having a sensitive brain is that it can make you get into a state of depression, addiction, and cyclic mood disorders like bipolar disorder. It's better to consult a specialist if you have any such symptoms. The last one on the list is type 5, the cautious brain. The cautious brain types have heightened activity in the anxiety centers of the brain, such as the basal ganglia, insular cortex, or amygdala. Oh my god. Do not worry, these are not diseases. If you have the cautious brain type, you're likely to feel anxious, which typically makes you more prepared. People with this type tend to have such busy minds that it's hard to relax. You may have a tendency to expect the worst and have a fear of failure that prevents you from going for your dreams. May have a fear of rejection and seek constant reassurance from their partners, which can come off as being needy or clingy. People with this brain type are more vulnerable to anxiety and addictions. So my dear friends, what brain type are you? Post your answers in the comment section below. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon if you haven't done yet.